Hi friends, how are you? Hey, I wanted to do a quick update regarding my daughter Amanda. So my name is Jennifer. I am 2 years post-op now from having vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery. I had it on January 23rd, 2017. I have had some amazing success. I will be doing another video after this one to update my progress because I have some big news I want to share with you guys, but I'll do it on that next video. But I wanted to do an update regarding my daughter Amanda. Now, I had surgery in 2017 in January. She had gastric bypass on October 8th, 2018. So she is 4 months post-op as of, I guess, yesterday. Well, she has had a pretty steady weight loss, but she's encountering some struggles. So let me give you some her stats. Her highest weight ever was 313 pounds. Her surgery weight was 303 pounds. And yesterday she told me that her current weight is 235. That gives her a 78-pound loss from her highest weight, 68-pound loss from her surgery. So she has lost 68 pounds in 4 months. That's a crazy town. That's amazing. She looks almost like a different person. She's like this shrinking body. But she has had an issue that I also struggled with a little bit in my journey. Food aversion. So food aversion for me hit when my stomach was just so small and my restriction was so severe that I was just worried about it hurting, and so I stopped really wanting to eat a lot of foods. It actually led me to becoming a vegetarian because I was having so much stomach upset and I would eat meat. So the food aversion for me was more centralized with meat products. Well, with Amanda, she has had severe dumping from the get-go. So for her, it started to become where she became kind of afraid to eat almost anything because she was afraid of throwing up or the pain that it would cause from her eating. So now that we are 4 months post-op, I would say at about 3.5 months, it became a little bit concerning where the weight loss has always been very strong, very steady, but it didn't, as a weight loss patient myself, I could see that she was developing some very severe bad habits in terms of going all day long with not eating any food. She wouldn't eat anything except for maybe like a glass of milk for the whole day until I would get home from work at say 5:30 or so, and I would make her something to eat, and then she would eat like a real small portion. So she was going with maybe a couple hundred calories per day for months. So that became very, very concerning. It got to the point where she was saying that she felt malnourished, that she didn't feel well, she didn't feel healthy, that her mind was starting to get a little foggy, her energy level was very, very, very poor. So, and she was actually, when we would research this online, it would say, okay, if you think you're dehydrated, go to the emergency room, contact your surgeon, do these things. And I knew from my own experience how I dealt with those symptoms. And for me, it was drinking Powerade Zero. It was eating. I was very proactive in the foods that I would seek out to fulfill my nutrition needs at the best that I could with the low amount of food I was able to eat when I was more closer to post-op period, like that first 6 months or so. So, but I had done, I had had really good pre-op classes I had taken. I had researched a lot. I had watched a ton of your guys' videos. So I felt a little better prepared, where Amanda was more looking at it like none of these issues would ever affect her because it's her. And a lot of us think that we are kind of immune to certain things because we are ourselves, and so we don't think we'll ever get that injury, that disease, that complication, that thing that other people get. we don't assume that or think that we are going to get those things, but then when they do happen to us or to some people, they're kind of caught off guard. And since she didn't have that foundation, she basically just had me to sort of guide her, because the so basically what happened, to kind of back up, is that when I went through the program through my medical group, there was a very structured class I had to go to every single month, where we all sat. It was a group class, and we learned about nutrition and portion sizes and calories and all of like the macros and what we needed to look for in terms of on the different phases of the diet, the pre-op or the pre-op. Well, we did talk about pre-op, but mostly the post-op diet, about liquids, full liquids, puree stage, mushy stage, soft foods. So we learned about all of that. Well, they had changed the program, so when my daughter went through, she didn't get any of that training, any of that education. She had to meet with a nutritionist once a month, and she just went over what she had eaten that month. And then that was it. She was not given the same level of education that I was given, which is really, really unfortunate that they changed that program, because I felt like I got a much better foundation for when I had my surgery, and now it kind of left her out there. Well, so to kind of get more, for me to kind of get to the point, I guess. So what we had to ended up doing, so what I did is I saw that there was definitely a concern with her not eating enough food, and she didn't really want to eat anything. And so what I started doing was I started trying to introduce more foods to her, and constantly offering her foods, trying different recipes, trying things, like offering and her saying no, 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 and then she would finally, after about a week and a half, she was able to finally get some food in her system. Because I think what happened, and this is how we personally dealt with food aversion. And so if you are going through this, and if you feel that it's severe, please reach out to your doctor. If you really feel like you're dehydrated, go to urgent care if you need to. Now I did the test with her where you pick up, you do the skin pinch, and her skin looked fine. It went right back. Her urine color, it was a little bit dark, but it wasn't extremely dark. So if you are going through this and the signs of dehydration that I am personally aware of, please educate yourself. But the ones that I'm aware of is the skin test. If your skin stays up, like when you pinch, then that's dehydration. And the urine color, the darker it is, the more dehydrated you are. And so you might want to seek some medical care, at least some medical advice. But this is just what we personally did to combat this situation. And so what I did is I needed for her to know that she could eat and not throw up. And so I was just constantly introducing new foods. She didn't really want to eat meat, but I would get some chicken, and I would try different types of seasoning. I would try different types of sauces on it, until we found food that she could intake. She would eat it, and then once she started to eat again, it triggered her brain to switch back to, okay, that she needs to eat food, that she cannot go days and days and days without eating, that she needs to increase the fluids. So I went to the store. I got every flavor, a Powerade, full sugar. I was not worrying about the sugar-free stuff. Got her every flavor I could think of that got her sort of hydrated. So what we basically needed to do was switch her brain from being like, I can't drink, I can't eat, it's going to make me hurt, it's going to make me throw up, to, okay, I need to try this bite, chew, 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 wait 1 minute. And she needed to go back to the very, 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 very beginning basics of eating solids for her not to have that fear of food. So that is what we did. So we were able to overcome the food aversion. She is eating again. She's drinking really well. She's back on track. My mom worries are alleviated for the time being. She's doing really well. She is eating a lot more of a variety of foods. She is eating vegetables again. She's eating salad. She's eating meat. She did think that, okay, I'll become a vegetarian like my mom did in order to alleviate this food issue. and I was very, very actually against that. So that's why I really try to push for her, because she needed the protein, because she doesn't eat, she doesn't like protein shakes. She doesn't like a lot of the foods that I would use to supplement my protein. And so I felt like the meat for her, she really requires meat in order to get her protein, because of the quantity of food she eats is so, so small. So I have salami in the house. I have lunch meats, things that she can grab easily. She does make herself like an egg spinach scramble now. She she eats kind of a lot of the foods that I prepare for her, like fried cabbage, like with bacon or salami. Just trying to get kind of like nutrition, just trying to get that. I don't want her to kind of revert back to that fear, and she hasn't thrown up, so she hasn't had dumping. But that dumping can really mess with the head, and when you become that fearful of that pain and discomfort. So that is one very big difference between RNY and VSG. My dumping I wouldn't consider myself really ever having dumping syndrome. If I would eat too much, eat too fast, I would get that very severe pain right up here, like right in my esophagus kind of feeling, and that was very painful. But I never threw up from food. I never had any bathroom issues from food, whereas she's had it so many times I can't even talk about. So anyway, that is the update on her. As of today, she's doing fantastic. I feel like she is on a healthy road right now. She's getting her nutrition. She's getting her fluids in. Her weight loss is great. She's looking amazing. She got a really cute haircut. I'm really pleased with how things have changed. And like I said, my mom fears are a little bit alleviated. So anyway, I hope this was helpful to anybody that might be facing some food aversion issues. And feel free to leave any questions below. But like I said, get medical advice if you're experiencing this. Amanda happens to have a mom who had weight loss surgery, and so I was able to kind of step in. And she lives with me still, so I'm really lucky that I'm here and I could see what was happening with her. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I will see you later. I'm going to try to do another video after this to do my update, because I have so much to share. Okay, I'll see you later.